The Red Sails to Capri. Chapter 3. You can sail faster with red sails. The boat was more wonderful than Michael had imagined. It was larger, cleaner, trimmer. The sails were redder. You like my red sails, yes? Yes. Never had there been a more enthusiastic answer to any question. You know why I have them? Because they are beautiful? Michael could not take his eyes away from them. Because you can see them from a great distance? Pietro, too, looked at them appreciatively. Yes, yes, they are beautiful and seeable, but that is not all. It is a great secret, one I myself discovered. And as a special favor, I shall tell it to the two of you. Monsieur Jacques put an arm around each of the two boys and drew them close to him. A great secret, a great secret. You will promise never to tell? Never. Good. Then here it is. His voice dropped to a whisper, though no one was within 100 yards of the boat. A great secret, a great discovery. You can sail faster with red sails. Both boys laughed. Monsieur was a wonderful fellow. It was a wonderful day. The sky and water seemed made of one piece, and the red sails bellied against their blue. You can sail faster with red sails. Was it true? After half an hour, Michael was ready to believe it. The boat skimmed across the water. It could have been a fish or a bird or both. It was a new world for Michael and Pietro. They had never gone so fast before. Around them was nothing but sun and wind, reds and blues. Michael lay down on the deck and closed his eyes. You can take all of the cities and throw them into the sea, he said slowly. Nothing is as wonderful as this. Monsieur Jacques smiled. Nothing at all? Not even Naples? Not even Naples. Monsieur Jacques patted his shoulder. You will not always think so, but I am glad you think so today. We will sail into the cove up ahead. We'll drop anchor there and look around. Michael sat up and shaded his eyes with his hands. Which cove did you say, monsieur? The big one, almost at the end of the island. Right now, the mountain above casts a shadow over it. Can you see it? I can see it. Michael's voice was flat. He looked at Pietro. That is not a good place to drop anchor, monsieur. Why not? There might be hidden rocks just below the surface. It might be dangerous. Dangerous? It looks like the most peaceful spot we've passed. Monsieur, I beg you, when we get close to the cove, make a wide semicircle around it. It is very dangerous. How wide? At least a kilometer. A kilometer? But why? It is best. Rocks? That far out? There might be. There might be. Don't you know? No one knows, monsieur. What do you mean no one knows? Just that, monsieur. I don't understand. No one understands, monsieur. No one understands? What are you talking about, Michael? What are you trying to tell me? Monsieur, it is very difficult to understand. Perhaps you should wait and ask my father. But your father said that you knew more about this island and waters around it than anyone. Perhaps, monsieur, but no one knows about the cove over there. Why not? It is a great mystery. A mystery? I like mysteries, Michael. Perhaps you wouldn't like this one. I have yet to see a mystery I have not liked. Tell me about it, Michael. Please, monsieur, wait and ask my father, I beg you. His face was grave, almost frightened. All right, Monsieur Jacques patted his arm. All right. If that's the way you feel, we'll forget about it. We'll pretend the cove isn't there, and that we never saw it. He set the sails and made a wide semicircle around it. A few minutes later, they had rounded the end of the island and were on the west side. But nothing was quite the same. The sun wasn't as bright, the wind had died, even the sails seemed less red. It was as if they had taken the shadow which covered the cove along with them. It hung over the boat, over the sea and the sky, over their spirits. Michael looked at Pietro. It's always true, isn't it? Always. We should have gone the other way around. I forgot about it. I forgot that everyone doesn't know. I did too. Well, it can't be helped now. No. Their conversation died like the wind. There seemed to be nothing to say. But when they reached the south side, the wind came up again and the sun was brighter. The cove seemed far away. Once more, the boat skimmed across the water, and both boys regained their lost spirits. Well, Monsieur Jacques smiled, this is more like it. A dull boat on one's hands is bad enough, but a dull boat and two dull boys, no one deserves that. Michael smiled. I'm sorry, monsieur. It's just, never mind. We've half the day left. I'm hungry. What do you say we pull in at a cove? He stopped and looked at Michael questioningly. Is that one ahead all right? Michael laughed. That one is all right, monsieur. They all are, all except. Good. Now for some lunch, yes? The rest of the day was like the beginning. There was sun and wind, talk and laughter. The shadowy cove seemed far away. It was late when they got back to the inn, and Signor and Signora Pagano were preparing supper. Michael hurried toward the kitchen. Usually, he did not like to help with the cooking, but tonight the warm room felt wonderful after the cool ocean air, and a dozen delicious odors rose from a dozen steaming pots. Michael, Signora Pagano looked up. You are just in time. Help Papa with the macaroni. Michael tied a white apron around his middle and hurried to the stove. He was glad of a chance to talk to his father without being overheard. Papa? Yes, Michael. We went for a sail. I know. We passed the cove. The cove? Yes. Signor Pagano shrugged. One always passes the cove on a trip around the island. It cannot be helped. But Monsieur Jacques wanted to stop there. What? Signor Pagano put his hands to his head and rocked back and forth. With 100 coves around the island, why did he have to choose that one? It was Michael's turn to shrug. I do not know. I only know that he did. What happened? He wanted to stop there and have lunch. What did you say? What could I say? First, I said it was dangerous. But you know that cove, quiet and peaceful. And so he kept asking questions. Finally, I said he should wait and ask you. Was he satisfied with that answer? Michael shrugged. Who can tell? I only know that he stopped asking questions. He was very kind and polite. Perhaps he will forget about it. Perhaps, perhaps not. You don't think he will? No. Signor Pagano sighed. Well, we shall see. We shall see. If he starts asking questions, what are you going to do? Do? I do not know, Michael. I will have to worry about it when the time comes. Right now, we must worry about something else. Those macaroni. If we ruin Mama's macaroni. Ruin my macaroni? Signor Pagano caught the last three words. What are you two doing? Talking. Have I not told you about the macaroni? It is jealous. Jealous. If you do not watch it every minute, for spite, it will boil over and get too soft or stick to the bottom. For spite. Because it is jealous. It wants all your attention, all of your time, every minute. You must watch it and look at it and stir it and admire it. Otherwise, how many times must I tell you how it is with the macaroni? Michael smiled. The macaroni. What else was important? Questions? The cove? Even Monsieur Jacques. At the moment, in his mother's kitchen, nothing else was important. The three of them flew about. Only the macaroni was calm. It had stuck to the bottom of the pan and was now bubbling quietly. See, Signora Pagano nodded her head. See what it did? And all for spite, because it was jealous. What were you two talking about anyway? But Michael and his father were suddenly at the other end of the kitchen. They pretended not to hear. And we'll continue with this story in the next video. I hope you're enjoying it. Please reach down, click like and subscribe, and come back for our next video. I love you guys. As Tigger says, ta-ta for now.